Hello, my name is Joe, and it's not very often that I feel compelled to give out information about a very, very wonderful service. I, like a lot of people my age, reach a point where sometimes dental work, specifically dental implants, become a needed adventure for all of us. And I have come across a place in Tijuana that I believe the world should know about. Basically, I'm 65 and I had gone through extensive research in the US, and I needed 5 implants, sinus relocation, bone grafts. I did a lot of vetting of dentists in San Diego, and I actually selected one and had some work done. My confidence level was a little lacking, and I decided at that point to go ahead and look and see what other options I might have. I went through the internet, looked at a number of dentists here in Tijuana, considered medical or dental tourism, and I selected maybe 5 or 6 dentists. I emailed them, asked them a load of questions, and I finally came up with one person that I thought looked terribly qualified and someone I would feel comfortable with. I began to see Dr. Alvarez-Carrera here about 2 years ago, and from that day on it has been an experience that I think if any of you are in my same shoes ought to avail yourself of. I have probably spent 20 hours in the chair with him, maybe a foot away the 2 faces, and you get to know a man fairly well after that period of time. In my line of work, I'm used to doing intricate things. I'm a master carpenter, and I have a keen eye for qualitative work. And I've watched this man work on me, and I've watched him strive for perfection. Even when I thought things were perfect, he'd ask me, how is my teeth? How does it feel? And I'd say, oh, it's good, it's good, it's good. And he would continue to work on, to work on, to work on. I think that if you're in San Diego, maybe you have 3 different concerns about coming to Tijuana and availing yourself. You're worried, number 1, about price. Number 2, you're worried about pain. And number 3, I would think that you'd be concerned about logistics. In the price range, this was my experience in San Diego. I had one dental implant that was going to cost me $10,000. The reason why I stayed away from that is because I wasn't sure of his technique. Instead of replacing bone, instead of the sinus relocation, which I know that we needed, his attempt was to place a shorter implant to me, and that way we wouldn't be hitting up against the sinus. I didn't think this was the correct approach. When I talked to Dr. Alvarez-Carrera and I found out what he was going to do with the extensive bone transplant, the sinus relocation, I listened to him. He has such a way of speaking that it fills you with confidence. When I came in here, I expected a lot of pain, and that never occurred. There was never a time that I left here. There were times that I sat here for 5 hours in a chair for some extensive work to be done. And when I left and went home that night, everything was back to normal. The price, 40 to 60% off. After a while, the price was no longer even important to me. It was just knowing that I had this type of expertise in my hands. So we've discussed the pain, we've discussed the price, logistics. There's nothing scary about Tijuana. The very first time I came here, I came from San Diego, and I came to the border, and I took the trolley, came to the border, got off, got a cab. And within 5 to 10 minutes, I was here at the office. The second time I realized it was a no-brainer. Traffic here is no different than what it is in the US, that I drove here. Every time after that, it's been driving with no problems. Crossing the border back, we have a medical card that Berta will give you, and your wait approximately is going to be anywhere from 20 to 35 minutes, usually. So those concerns, I would put them aside. If you're looking for the best possible doctor, do work, to fill you with confidence, and to walk you through it verbally, to educate you as you go through, this is the place to go. If you're looking for a man who has qualifications like none other that I've seen, this is the place to go. The entire offices, and I believe me, I've used every suite in here, is amazing. Amazing, sterile, the help, the assistants, Berta, right on down, everybody that works here. The greatest compliment that I can give them, besides the qualitative nature of the work that's done here, is that you really do feel like family. If there's any need for me to have dental work, which I'm sure there will be in the future, this is the place I go, plain and simple, there's no doubt about it. I was even vacationing in Ecuador and felt like I should need some dental work. What did I do? I came back here. It wasn't easy, but that's what I decided to do. If my children are in town and they're in need of any dental work, this is the place I will fight tooth and nail to bring them. Again, this is a no-brainer. This is the place you belong. If you have any questions and wish to email me, that can be supplied at the end of this video, and I'll be glad to share more of my experience with you. Thank you. Bye-bye.